Hi Leo, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So this is your August 2017 month ahead reading. I'm going to do it in the Gypsy spread style, and I'm using the Witch's Tarot for this. So there's also another reading up on the channel, general reading. Is love coming in? It's for each of the zodiac signs. For your one for Leo over the next 3 to 9 months. I did that because I'd done a blog on my website asking about love last October 2016. It showed a Cancerian male coming in. He showed up for me in June, 9 months later. I'd asked between 3 and 6 months on the blog, and it showed me this man coming in. But it happened 3 months after the fact, which can often happen with tarot. You'll ask, is this going to happen in this allotted time? And the tarot will show you something, but it might not be until stuff develops after the fact. So check that out. It's for those of you who are single or who are looking for love. You might be in a relationship, not happy, and you're looking for something else. You might be looking maybe for someone to come back to you, or you're looking for just love in general. That reading, check it out. It's really good. It should show as an advertisement at the end of this video. So we're going to have a look for Leo. Universe Spirit, show me Leo. Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the month of August 2017. Show me Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. What's coming in for Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs? Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the month of August 2017 in a 21 card Gypsy Tarot spread. Show me. We're going to split the deck now into 3 as we usually do. And we're going to collect this up. And what we're going to do now is we're going to start laying down 7 cards at the top. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we've got another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we've got one more. Now, I'm sorry, this month, guys, I'm recording via Movie Maker. Now, the quality of the video might not be as good as when I record on, say, my video equipment or Mavavi. It's simply that I'm extraordinarily busy, and this is the quickest way. We're nearly in August, so it's the quickest way to get the videos out is recording via Movie Maker, because I can record it. I don't have to edit it or, convert it to a WMV file. I can just get it straight back out. So I'm sorry about the black bars down the side. I hate recording straight on Movie Maker because I think it looks a little bit messy. But this is the way that I have to do it this month because of time constraints. Okay, but the main thing is you get the message for the month. All right. So for those of you who've been with me a while, you'll know how the Gypsy spread is done. If you're new, the top line here, 7 cards show as what the situation is or where your consciousness is. This is what's manifesting as a result of that, and this is the reason why. We've got these 3 rows of 7, 7 columns of 3. This is the mental. This is what's going to be the focus for the month in this area here. This is your hopes and desires. This is your expectations. This is anything you don't know that's coming in. This is sort of the latter stages of August, and this is the overall outcome for August. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got Temperance being the situation or where your consciousness lies, Leo. And, the Temperance card is a really interesting card because it can mean many things. It can mean that you're pouring a drink, for example. I mean, I'm going to be writing a book with, collaborating with a writer from Australia on a book of tarot. And what I like to try and do with tarot a lot of the time is look at it for what it is, okay, and look at it how it relates to everyday language and what people do in the everyday. And this can literally be pouring a drink. All right, this is about trying to get the equal measurements. This is about achieving a status of zen and balance, and in turn behind all of those things, because balance and peace is also empowerment. So I like to see the Temperance card as being a very empowerment card. It's also, when you look at Temperance, is about sorting things through, because this can be, I've done a reading for personal clients where I saw Temperance and the 5 of Pentacles. I saw that somebody was rooting around in her stuff with Temperance when she was out the door with the 5 of Pentacles, so that can literally be where you're rooting through something. But because for the sakes of the general reading, it's really about achieving some form of balance in your life, and I think that might be where you are, the situation This is about management of emotions, but also trying to make things work. It is the card of the alchemist. So usually when I look at alchemy or the alchemist, it's about getting the right equations, the right measurements. It's about mixing two different. But I don't see the temperance card as being opposing things that one is trying to get the correct balance to, even though it can be for sure, because the water is one. Really, sometimes this can be an exchange of bodily fluids, for example, if you get it with maybe, I don't know, the right card. Depends. But the temperance card is about achieving equilibrium and balance in one's life, making some form of adjustment. So you might be making adjustments, or the focus might be on making adjustments within your love life. Sometimes this can be the card of reconciliation. Sometimes temperance can be making adjustments to your diet. It's anything that you're looking to make some form of adjustment to within your life so that you can achieve the power and the balance and the equilibrium that you're looking for. What's your mental and emotional around that? Well, the shadow side. The shadow side is the devil in the Rider-Waite. So mentally, it's really weird, this energy. I would have preferred this come here, because this, to me, this is the soothing card against the devil energy. And the devil is about being afraid of one's own fears. So your fears hold you back. And mentally and emotionally, I think the situation is that you are trying to sort something out in your life here with temperance. Sagittarius. What am I saying? Why am I saying Sagittarius? Leo. Do apologise. So Leo, I think you are trying to sort something out with the temperance energy. But the devil, how you respond to that energy here, mentally and emotionally. Emotionally with the devil card. How would one feel as a devil? Let me think about feeling, because there's two sides to this really. In the mental, we know that with the devil card, we can often face some form of, this can be obsession with the devil when you look at it in terms of how one responds mentally. It's the inability to free oneself from a very tightly held situation. It's allowing someone or something that is external to be in the way of freedom, okay? Or to, what's the word? It's about allowing something that is external, and that can be a person, or that can be, I mean, you know, it's interesting, because if temperance represents the reconciliation between maybe you and another individual, because it's the joint forces that this person is trying to get right. It's the scales that somebody's trying to get right with the temperance energy. It could be mentally and emotionally you feel bonded to that, maybe, here. Because we don't have the devil first to be the situation. We have the temperance card. And in a way, I would have preferred temperance to be here, because I think that the devil, when you're bonded, it can represent that mentally and emotionally you might feel a deep bond. And in turn, we could probably look at that devil as being then... Remember, with the tarot, you've got to look deeper, all right? And when you look deeper into the cards, it comes from your own intuition as a reader, but also it comes from life experiences and saying, yeah, we know what the general meanings of devil are, okay? Obsession, violence, problems, external situations, material situations that hold us back. For example, being in a relationship because it's sexually very good, but there's no love there, or because one partner maybe holds the purse string and you're too afraid to do your own thing, that type of thing. So we know that the devil can mean things like that. But when we look at the devil as being a very deep bond that somebody might have, it might be that we could look at the card and say, well, mentally and emotionally, you are very consistent with that bond, which means that there is a certain element, in a way, I guess, Leo, of belief in that, if that makes any sense to you. Because the devil, for me, the shadow side, is the reluctance to move away from a situation, because there is such a deep urge, or even a deep obsession, or a deep feeling that this is where you need to be. But it's because of temperance. We're going to get why that shadow side turns up, though. So 7 of Cups shows up. Now, we've got the devil here to be your mental and emotional. And I think that this is where you are bonded to something. For some of you guys, it might be drink. Because the 7 of Cups can represent drink, alcohol, just like the temperance card can at the same time. The 7 of Cups, I wouldn't say, it could also be because you've made a choice to do that. But I want to see where this guy's fingers are pointing. Well, it's pointing outwards. And I'm looking at the card, and it's almost like these things are out of reach. The 7 of Cups. Can you see on the card? if you look closely, all of those cups are above the magician's head. So this to me also almost suggests that the underlying root for why you're mentally and emotionally you're bonded to something here in the month of August 2017 is because it's out of reach, and that's factoring through to the situation being temperance. Okay, I think there's something here that almost lends itself to wanting to. I think you guys are trying to make something work here with temperance. I think that you're trying to achieve something that is balanced. But as a result of that, trying to make whatever this thing is work, you might be trying to manage a situation here. I think that mentally and emotionally, it might be that you feel quite burdened as well. Another word that we could use with the devil card, the shadow side, is feeling burdened, because these usually people are on a chain. They're not on a chain here, but what they're doing on this particular, I always look at the vision, the imagery on the card. What they're doing is that they won't face up to their fears. Because if you look on this card here, Leo, there's a devil sitting here. And these people are hiding from that devil. So what they're not doing is they're not facing up to whatever the devil or the demon is, or what the elephant in the room is. So mentally and emotionally, I feel there's a sense of ignorance, if that makes any sense, with the devil energy showing here. Because just looking at, I always look at imagery, and the imagery on the witch's tarot is far different to the one on the Rider-Waite. On the Rider-Waite, people are chained to this devil. On this card here, they're almost hiding from it. So I feel that there is an inability mentally and emotionally to release oneself from a fear, or to even face up to it, and that's because of the Seven of Cups. And that can be actually not because it's far away, because it could be because it's far away, or because if we were to look below the surface, below the cover maybe, Leo, that this thing here with the Seven of Cups, when things are far away from us, or they seem on a cloud, it makes it almost more tempting, if that makes any sense to you. So just trying to get into the psychology of what's going on with some of you guys, Leo. It's almost like you are not facing up to a fear here mentally and emotionally. You seem to be restricting yourself mentally and emotionally, and it could be because something still holds promise. The Seven of Cups for me represents the word promise as well, because all of these cups are up in the air. They're not really being experienced. They look good from where they are, albeit not all of these things look good here with the cups, but nevertheless, one of the words that we can use for the Seven of Cups is where things are almost up in the air, or things are on a cloud. So there's almost the vision of loveliness, or the vision that, wow, this could be. But it's factoring through to the situation that I think some of you guys are trying to make something work within your life with the Temperance card. You're trying to achieve some form of equilibrium or balance within your life, and it's manifesting mentally and emotionally that I feel that you're not seeing the truth of whatever this matter is, to be perfectly honest with you. So it's like you want something to work here, but it's manifesting as you guys aren't really facing up to what the true reality of this thing is that you want to make work. And that's because of the Seven of Cups. It's either yet to be experienced, or it's something that looks tempting, or it's something that's so far away from you that all you do is imagine it to be what you want it to be, but it's not really so. You kind of almost are stuck to something that isn't real, or that is off your own making, if that makes any sense. We'll come back to this area anyway, but I know what I'm trying to say to you just by looking at the cards. I feel that you are very bonded to something being the way that you would like it to be, but you've not really any experience of it as yet to say that it could work or not. In the present situation, the focus for the month is on the Wheel of Fortune. So some of you guys will be looking at your focus maybe on having some lucky changes come in, because the Wheel of Fortune, it is a neutral card. So the Wheel of Fortune is all about for good or for bad, and that's in the upright. Never get it twisted that if it's in the upright it's good luck, and if it's in the reverse it's not. That's not how I read Wheel of Fortune. Alright, Wheel of Fortune in the upright for me, because it's neutral and it goes round and round and round, for me this card can be saying, well, where it stops anybody knows. It means that the current of life consistently goes round and round and round, and sometimes it stops good and sometimes it stops not so good. But because it's the focus area, the Wheel of Fortune, the situation, this might be something that's been unexpected, or the situation might be that your focus, especially if it's your crowning thoughts, which is what this area can be as well, that things will change for the better, or getting some luck, which is what the Wheel of Fortune is, or hitting on some big type of fortune. And what's the manifesting as a result of that for the month? Well, the Nine of Pentacles. So as a result of this, it's good. It's been aspected well. So we know that this is a change for the better, or some form of fortune or luck that you guys will be paying some great attention to. And as a result of that, the focus for the month is the Nine of Pentacles. And that focus for the month, in your present situation in August, is all about gain and wealth and independence and feeling comfortable. Especially when you get the Nine of Pentacles, lady, this is somebody who, she doesn't have to be rich, no, but she has to be materially well off or comfortable. And I feel that the focus for you guys, as a result of what your energies are placed on, which is this area here, luck, luckier turn of events, fortune coming in, changes for the better, as I've mentioned. It might be as a result of this energy. The focus for the month will be on your living conditions, maybe your livelihood, maybe the money that you earn, maybe the apartment or the house that you live in. It's the growth, but this is purely on you guys. So there's nobody else so far involved here, I feel. This is purely on what you want and what you're paying attention to, which is that Nine of Pentacles, growth, attainment, accumulation of wealth and resources that really do kind of protect you from everything else. And I think that the focus is going to be on those things. This is not a love card. This is a material card. It can be love, but it's not usually love. If it is anything to do with love, it's usually, for me, when I've read this card, it's about somebody who lives in a gilded cage, or somebody who's very attractive. They've got a lot of things, nice car, nice this, nice that. But it's either the one thing that they're missing is love, or with the Nine of Pentacles, it can simply be that they've got lovers, but there's no commitment involved. But I think that focus for the month is on attainment of wealth and material objects. And what's the reason for that? Because of death. And I think that you're looking at changes here. All right. I think that the focus for the month will be, I mean, we've got two change cards. We've got Wheel of Fortune as being the root energy for why the focus is on the Wheel of Fortune. So some of you guys, you might have ended a relationship, whether that be in work, family relationships, love relationships, whatever that is. The root energy is saying that something changed. There was a massive ending maybe that came in for some of you guys, in which the focus for August will be on changes for the better. And that's manifesting on the self, the Nine of Pentacles. And that is a protection device as well with the Nine of Pentacles. Where, you know, if things have ended in whatever sphere that is, then the focus with the Nine of Pentacles is on self-preservation. And the need to make sure that you are covered and looked after by the resources and the materials that you hold. Because here, what you're doing in the mental and emotional, the focus is on temperance, and that is trying to maybe achieve some peace, but it's manifesting as you guys not really facing up to something that's happened here. It might be the death that you're not facing up to here. And why aren't you facing up to anything here? Because the root issue is the Seven of Cups. There's still something out there on a cloud that you guys want and you desire. Okay? Now, I don't know whether it's you're too afraid to go and get it, or whether it's to do with the death of something here. There's still something here that's still open with this Seven of Cups. Okay? This isn't about choice. This is about something, I feel, that's on a cloud. Something that is kind of a little bit of an epistemic distance to you. If you look at this guy's hand, he's holding it out like this, like he wants to grab at it, but it's out of reach. So it might be that your focus around the mental and emotional, while temperance is about achieving some balance or peace within your life, but it's manifesting as you guys mentally and emotionally. Through that, you're doing something wrong, I feel, with the devil energy, because you're not facing up to what the real fear is. And that's because of the Seven of Cups, either temptation or something is out of reach, in which in the present situation, while the root energy shows that there's been an ending here, in which your focus now, after this ending, goes on changes for the better. And that's manifesting. Well, what's the changes for the better? It's manifesting on the self, accumulation of wealth and resources, self-protection device against whatever it is that you have experienced here. Let's have a look, Leo, what's going on in the hopes and desires area. Well, for some of you guys, the situation might be around education, because the Page of Swords, pretty much when that shows up as a card, can be about educating oneself. Can be university, reading a book, whatever it is. The Page of Swords can also be the focus, I feel, is about initiating on a new idea. So it might be that there is an idea here that through intelligence, through common sense, but also through bravery, to open yourself up to some form of information you're wanting to strike on, some form of a new idea some of you guys might hold here. But how's that manifesting in terms of a hope? Well, yeah, you're looking for new opportunities. You're hoping for new opportunities here. So I feel the focus is on acting on ideas that you have here in which you're hoping for the fall. And the fall is a new opportunity. And why is that? Well, because of karma. You feel rebirth. There's been, you've got change cards all over this reading. You've got Wheel of Fortune, Death, Karma. So we can see that there's been some form of reawakening. Because this card is called Karma. But it's also the card of reawakenings and awakenings. There's been an awakening within you that's going on here. Possibly because of an ending that happened here, in which the focus is now on the self, Nine of Pentacles, whether that's a business you run, whether that's the work that you do, maybe it's having sometimes the Nine of Pentacles can be a holiday resort. So some of you guys, the focus might be on sort of pampering yourself, because the Nine of Pentacles also shows a person who wants to go to a nice sort of massage parlor, or they want to go away for the weekend, or maybe a couple of weeks in the sun, and they really want to pamper themselves and really kind of start developing their own value again. But that's because of the Death card here. There's been an ending to a situation, in which situation you're focusing on here is about changes for the better. We can see that, the situation around the Page of Swords might be that you're now looking to strike on new ideas that you've developed, in which what's manifesting is the hope will be to seek out new opportunities. Why is that? Because you've gone through a rebirth stage for some of you guys with the Karma card showing here, i.e. judgment. There's been a real awakening that's taken you. But the mental and emotional bothers me when I look at these cards here, because I don't like this devil here being your mental and emotional, especially with the way the pictures look. Let's have a look at what your expectations are. Well, the Nine of Cups, the situation with the Nine of Cups, again, a card of self-focus. The Nine of Cups is a card about enjoyment. It's a card about fun. It's a card about emotional contentment, wishes to be fulfilled. But what is your expectations as a result of that Nine of Cups situation? Well, there you go, the Page of Wands. I thought there's an enthusiasm to experience something new with the Page of Wands energy. And the reading, funnily enough, is starting to lighten itself. But I feel within the mental and emotional, because this card here definitely factors in with everything else that I'm seeing, where you're trying to go through a healing process, probably with the Temperance card. You're trying to achieve some form of balance or make some form of adjustments in your life, but it's manifesting as you're not facing up to something, I feel, with the Devil energy, because of the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups says that still things are kind of out of reach. Maybe there's a person here or a desire here that's out of reach for you, which is why you're doing this. I get the impression it might be that explanation. Let's have a look why your desire is for the Page of Wands. It might be to travel. Page of Wands is a traveller card. Have some fun, enjoyment, excitement, laughter. Explore new creative territories, for example. Let's have a look at what the reason is for that. Because it's all about you, the Two of Swords. And I think that there's a lot of self-focus going on here with the Nine of Pentacles self-focus, the Two of Swords self-focus showing up here. The Page of Swords self-focus. So there's a lot of self-focus going on for you guys in the month of August 2017, Leo. And I think it's because something happened and something ended. And it's almost like you've said to yourself, you know what? I've got to do this now. I've really got to focus on the self. I think somebody's out of reach here with this Seven of Cups. That's what I think's going on here. I think that there is a desire that is out of reach, which is why your focus is on healing yourself potentially. And as a result of that, what's manifesting mentally and emotionally is I don't think you're really facing up to something here with the Devil energy showing up, because these two people are turning their heads away from the Devil. And it's the thing that could really kind of take them back into that sphere. We could actually turn that on its head and look at it quite positively, actually, with that Devil card. Because these two people, and where this differs from the Devil on the Rider-Waite, is they're not willing to pay attention to something that's bad for them. So actually, thinking about it, I'm going to turn that on its head. It feels right now to do that, because I couldn't work it out because everything else is so positive in this reading, Leo. I think there's something bad that happened and now you're turning away from it because these two people are actually hiding from the devil. So they're hiding from something that's bad for them. Something that, when we look at devils in the tarot, we can look at things like substance abuse, drink, drugs, anything that's kind of not organic, or something that has great power over another individual. And this is what you want. This is actually mentally and emotionally, I would now read this as you guys being quite empowered. And that now becomes, because of the Seven of Cups, well, the Seven of Cups is, well, there's all sorts of options available to you, in which your focus will be on the Temperance energy. And that is making some adjustments because of those options that are available. Really good reading so far. We've turned that card around now. We're not going to read it as a negative. We're going to read it very much as a positive, just looking at the way those cards face. The pictures on the card are face. We'll go through the reading all again anyway. What is the hidden factors showing up for the month of August for some of you Sagittarians? Well, the World card. So the situation will be possibly a great achievement for some of you guys. This can also be closure, the ending to a cycle. When you know better, you do better with the World card. You know, it's coming from a place of worldly experience with the world. But what are you not seeing as a result of the world? Well, there's a King of Swords. So it might be that the situation is somebody from a far distance is coming in. It could be a King of Swords, an individual Sagittarius. Why is this person showing up? Well, they want to create some form of war through words. King of Swords is a communicator, a very clear communicator. And this clear communicator is showing up because of a problem. Five of Wands, a very combative, conflicting situation. And I have a feeling that this is what you don't want any more of. You've decided that you have far more better choices or bigger choices out there with that Seven of Cups, which is why your focus around the mental and emotional is about achieving some form of peace. You're trying to achieve some form of healing here, in which what's manifesting is you don't want any more of this devil energy. You don't want any more of this negative energy around you because of the Seven of Cups. It's almost like something's opened up to you here with the Seven of Cups. We can see in the present situation, as a result of that, the focus will be on changes for the better Wheel of Fortune, in which the focus will be on the self, attainment of wealth, attainment of comfort, attainment of resources, also the need to do a lot of self-preservation. Also with the Nine of Pentacles, I feel the focus will be on relaxing, possibly doing a lot of pampering of oneself, you know, going to a nice resort, getting oneself healthy, because there's been a change or an ending that came in here. I feel that what's showing up here, Leo, is that your focus around the hopes and desires, while this is about striking while the iron's hot with the Page of Swords, you've got some new ideas that you're wanting to act on. As a result of that, your hopes will be that new opportunities come in here with the Fool energy, because you've gone through a time of rebirth with the Karma card. Around your expectations, well, your focus will be on the Nine of Cups. Again, a card of the self, a card of emotional fulfillment, contentment, getting out there, having a good time with friends and families, because what you're expecting is the Page of Wands. And that Page of Wands is about exploring new territories, exploring the more creative sides of oneself, having a lot of fun, having a lot of laughter, contacting maybe old friends from the past. But the Page of Wands faces him, and I'm wondering why, because your expectations are the Page of Wands because of the Two of Swords. For some of you guys, it might be in your expectations, because I'm just looking at this card, the Page of Wands, and when you get the Page of Wands, somebody is saying a message, they're talking to you. So it might be you're expecting a message. Why are you expecting it? Well, the situation is around the Nine of Cups, so this could be actually a wish that you've got here, in which that wish might be manifesting as what you're expecting as a message. Well, why are you expecting a message? Because of the Two of Swords. You may have blocked somebody out here with the Two of Swords. And that could be why in the hidden factors, we've got the World card coming in. It might be the situation is an achievement of that here. It could be via a King of Swords. Why is he showing up? He or she showing up. Possibly because there's been some conflict that this person needs to sort out through clear communication. The immediate future for August 2017, Leo. We've got justice. So you guys, the situation will be about you guys receiving some form of justice here. Some form of reward, some form of balance. But what manifests as a result of that? There we go. The Sword of Truth. This could be communication. This is a breakthrough. This is victory as a result of this justice that some of you guys, the situation is about justice. So the latter stages of August, some of you guys may be achieving justice, in which what you'd experience, it could be a communication breakthrough, it could be a clarity breakthrough, mental breakthrough with this Ace of Swords. And what's the reason for that? Because of the Empress. The Empress can be love, but it can also be nurturing, kindness, okay, support. But it can also be the beginning of a new stage in which something is enabled to blossom with this Empress energy. And what's the overall outcome for the month of August? Well, we've got the Five of Cups being the situation here. And what's the reason for that? Five of Cups is sorrow, loss, sadness. But what's the reason for that? How does that manifest as a result of the Five of Cups? Because of the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands can be something that was fleeting or a change of direction. What's the reason for that? Because of the Two of Cups. I have to aspect these not very well because the situation is the Five of Cups. It's not reversed. It could be a fleeting conversation maybe for some of you guys. Knight of Wands is fleeting. This can be a conversation. It could also be somebody leaves a relationship. Knight of Wands, because sometimes the Knight of Wands and the Two of Cups could be somebody's passionate because of a relationship. But why then is the situation going to be around sadness and loss? I think that this might either be that this is a fleeting conversation. Just make sure that you guys aren't roped into something again, okay? Because you've tried your best here around the mental and emotional to forget somebody, and I think you are trying to forget something. And it's the devil that you're trying to ignore. There's something here mentally and emotionally you guys are trying to ignore here. Because what you've decided with the Seven of Cups is either this person or this thing is out of reach with the Seven of Cups, or that there is better things out there for you. It's one of the two, I feel. Okay? Because what's interesting me on this reading is around your expectations, the Nine of Cups. And I would probably read that as you guys having a wish. The situation is a wish to be fulfilled because it's the wish card in which you're expecting as a message. Now, the messenger is facing the King of Swords. So you're expecting communication probably with the King of Swords because of the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords could be either because this is the same suit, the Two of Swords, this person might have blocked you out. Or you may have indeed, Leo, blocked this person out. What you can't see is the world. And I think that this wish is granted here with this world energy. Because what you can't see is somebody is around you. They're coming back in. But that's because of the Five of Wands. There's still something that needs to be resolved. The Five of Wands energy shows conflicts and combat. But they need some form of a resolution here. Because fives are about change as well. You experience justice. I feel that that justice isn't about getting the truth. Because as a result of that, that justice can work either way, good or bad. But you're getting your justice here. The situation is about receiving justice, in which you seem to be getting the truth with the Ace of Swords. And why are you getting the truth? What's the root energy? The Empress. Is there another person involved, for example? The Empress can be a woman, very beautiful, blah, blah, blah. You know, this is a female, potentially. I think you're getting the truth. But it's because of the Empress. Maybe somebody's trying to be kind and honest and loving and nurturing about something here. But I think you're getting the truth about someone or something with this Empress energy. Could be a mother. Maybe the mother is the King of Swords. All cards can interrelate. Because the King of Swords can simply be that what you're not seeing is clear communication coming in because of a fight, for example, with that Five of Wands, in which the latter stage of August might be that the situation is you receive justice. Well, how does that manifest? How does justice manifest? Clear communication, clarity of mind. So if something's being confusing, you'll receive that clarity here with the Ace of Swords here. Ace of Swords and justice sometimes for me can represent severance. So sometimes it's legal or it's marriage situation. For example, it could be divorce, Ace of Swords, and that's because of the Empress. Is this you guys standing in your power as the Empress, or does it involve another individual, or does it involve a family member like a mother, for example? The overall outcome is loss. Five of Cups, sadness, disappointment with the Five of Cups. Well, how does that manifest? What is the disappointment around? It's around a Knight of Wands. That Knight of Wands is a fleeting character. This person is not consistent. So I think that there's disappointment because something or someone is not particularly consistent. Why are they not consistent? What's the reason? Are they already involved in another relationship with the Two of Cups? And does that confer or relate to this Empress energy here, this person? Let's go through the reading one more time, Leo, and see what we can see. Perhaps they've made another pledge with somebody else, or they've promised something to someone else. So Leo, for the month of August 2017, I'm sorry if it was a little bit kind of all over the place, but I'm just trying to do the markings because there's a lot of contra cards showing up. You guys here, the situation will be on making peace with yourselves, temperance, okay? You're trying to find some form of balance and healing here. And that's manifesting as you guys blocking, I think, a bad situation out. You're blocking out the devil. On the Witch's Tarot, these two people are actually hiding from the devil. So I think that you're blocking something out here around a situation. And why is that? It's either the situation or the person, they're out of reach, or you've decided you've got better choices that you can make, or better options, or other options. Which is why in the present situation, your focus will be on big, happy, fortunate changes with that Wheel of Fortune, in which it's manifesting as your focus being on the Nine of Pentacles, yourself, self-improvement, pampering yourself, looking after yourself, eating right, feeling good about yourself, your business, your money, your resources, your home, what you've got around you, because there was an ending that was there. And that's why you're trying to shield yourself and forget something that wasn't very good. Take your mind off it by focusing around the mental and emotional on healing, blocking something out that wasn't very good. They're out of this thing that's not very good. Maybe it was out of reach. Maybe this thing was to do with drink or alcohol. Maybe this thing was to do with this thing that you're blocking out is because you're looking at better choices or making other choices. Looking at changes here that focus on the self for whatever reason, because there was an ending, and that's why you're blocking this thing out. Around your hopes and desires, initiating new ideas with the Page of Swords, that's where the focus is, in which your hopes are for new opportunities with the Fool, because you've gone through a time of rebirth with the Karma card. Around your expectations, though, the situation is you may still have a wish. Well, what does that wish encompass? Well, the focus around your expectations is for communication, good communication. Why do you want communication? Because of the Two of Swords. Did somebody block you out, or did you have to block somebody out with the Two of Swords? What you can't see coming in, I can see how this card is facing that. But the King of Swords is looking directly ahead, and this card is focusing towards this. What you can't see coming in is, I think that some of you guys might have a wish coming true. The World card is the card that shows completion, I think, of this wish. And it's what you can't see as a result of the World card is, and this can be from possibly a long way away as well with the World card, because it's a World card, it relates to people that are at a distance to us. There's a person showing up that could be coming in the hidden factors. But why are they coming in? Because there's been an argument. The Five of Wands might be a legal situation, for example, because your King of Swords and you've got Justice here. This could be a lawyer, a legal situation maybe that wants to resolve this. Depends on how you want to reach it or how you want to read it. What you'll experience is justice. The situation is about experiencing justice, but as a result of that, what's manifesting is some form of clarity. Could also be severance, but clarity, breakthrough. And why is that? Because of the Empress. So, is there clarity coming in regards to another individual, the Empress? Is there clarity coming from a mother figure, for example, with the Empress card? Or is there clarity coming because with the Empress energy, you realise the value within yourself? Or is there a breakthrough coming because it's the start of something new? Especially if it's around a person, if this isn't legal and it's around a person that you've been trying to push out. The overall outcome for the month, though, shows sorrow. Five of Cups. Why is that? How does sorrow manifest in this reading? Well, it's around a Knight of Wands. This is an inconsistent energy around you. Alright? And why is this person inconsistent? Because of the Two of Cups. Now, the Two of Cups doesn't show in the reverse to show a promise that's broken. It shows in the upright. So is this situation around somebody else who's made an agreement? Did they say something to you? is this clarity to do with the King of Swords telling you that they're moving on because they're in something else with the Two of Cups, for example? Because we can't ignore the Five of Cups. We just can't. Can't ignore that card, Leo. In the main, it is about sorrow and depression and sadness. Or is it simply just feeling missing someone? Because Five of Cups can be when you're missing someone. Well, why are you missing someone? Because of the Knight of Wands. Does this person do long distance travel? Well, if this is a long distance traveller, why are they a long distance traveller? Well, maybe they've got commitments to other things. Remember, Two of Cups is the card of commitment. So we could read it in a variety of ways. We really could. But I do get the sense that some of you guys have been let down in a situation, and I feel that there is the ability to clarify the situation in the month of August 2017. And whether this is a case of that somebody comes back into your life that you've been expecting, because we do have the situation being a wish being fulfilled around the expectations area, and your expectations are for a good message because of the Two of Swords. Have you not seen someone in a while? Have you blocked them out? Have they blocked you out? This person seems to make a reappearance in the hidden factors because of something that needs to be resolved here with the Five of Wands. You've got your clarity coming in the immediate future because the situation is around justice, and you've got this clarity, whatever this is with the Ace of Swords, because of the Empress. However, the overall outcome is the situation shows some form of a loss, sadness. Did somebody move on because they're already in another commitment? Or is there just sadness here because somebody has to go away again with the Knight of Wands? And why do they have to go away? Is it because they're committed to other things? Two of Cups isn't always about two people. Sometimes it's just a commitment card, contracts, that type of thing. Whew, hope you guys followed that reading. It was a little bit complicated, I know, in certain areas, but the whole point of these readings is that you can actually attest your own situation. You can put your own stamp on these readings as well and say what they mean for you. But yeah, that's your reading, Leo, for the month of August 2017. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and have a great day. Bye bye.